Hello YouTube, it's me, Chloe. Hello, it's me, Lee. Right, I have fibromyalgia. Well, it's one of my symptoms, my diagnosis from last year. It started this time last year. I was tired, couldn't move, in pain, headaches, nausea, and light just killed my eyes. It took me 3 months to see the doctor. The doctor said I'm a little anemic, but that ain't a big deal because I got an anemia anyway. So I went to my normal hospital appointment, and they said, oh, well, alright, just my folic acid level were down. So I had to take some folic acid for some time. Yeah, so my leg were in pain, pins and needles in my legs sometimes. Sometimes they were pain in my chest. I couldn't be bloody arsed some days. And I'm by myself most of the time, so it was really stressful because I was dealing it all by myself, and my parents thought I was just being lazy and couldn't be bothered job searching and doing things, and I'm like doing things, going to work program and getting out there, but I would like just shattered every time I did something for a long time. So it took 4 weeks for the doctors to refer me to rheumatology, which wasn't pleasant because then I had to wait 18 weeks, and then by the time the GP wanted to sort something out, the strain on my relationship and me arguing because I'm scared and upset that I don't know what's going on and always sad didn't help my relationship. Well, that's what bad stuff I put on it, but that were only at that point. So yeah, and then on the same day I get a call from GP saying, come in, we'll sort something out, blah blah blah. So they didn't do out for the fibromyalgia yet. That's been a few months. And then they gave me Fluxatone for my anxiety and referred me to a psychologist, a counselling place. And they referred me to Marketplace. But I've gone off from fibromyalgia. So I best go through the symptoms from NHS. Right. Your stress levels can go up. Your change in the weather can affect it. Stress levels can affect you, and changes in the weather, how physical active you are. So that were me. So and then there were widespread pains. There's widespread pains with fibromyalgia, and that can be shown in aches and burning sensations and a sharp stabbing pain, which I used to get on my sides. Well, I still get it, but it's come to be a natural thing. Extremely sensitive. I'm really extra sensitive. I mean, I used to could fight with play fight with the kids and play fight with my uncles and my dad and do anything. And now a simple tap from them is like they've just punched me in the face, basically. But on here it says hyperglycemia when is part of the extreme sensitivity. When your extreme sensitivity to pain, so that's me. And then albinania. Sorry, I can't pronounce. When you feel pain from something that you shouldn't be painful at all, such as a very light touch, so that's me as well. You could be sensitive to smoke and certain foods, which I think I'm sensitive to smoke and certain foods. Definitely to the bright lights. I mean, sometimes I have to wear my dyslexic glasses so it's not as bright. Being exposed to something you are sensitive can cause your fibromyalgia symptoms to flare up. You can get stiffness. Fibromyalgia can make you feel stiff. The stiffness may be most severe when you're being in the same position. So basically the pain, you can feel a painful squeeze on your muscles, and that could be you just staying still in one position at one time, or it could be the fact that you've just woken up. Fatigue, we can suffer with fatigue, which I could do anyway because of my black fan diamond anemia. Fibromyalgia can cause fatigueness, so it's like tiredness, and it can be a range of mild, and then it can come on sudden, and it's just basically how your body reacts to the fatigueness, and it could give you flu-like symptoms. You know, like that. And it can affect your brain energy as well. So you definitely need to let people know when them days where your brain activity is really low. And poor quality of sleep, you can. We focused on this mostly at the GP because I've been struggling to go to sleep ever since. I would say more when my nana died. That's her background. But it got even worse when this first was affecting me. I mean, you can wake up during your sleeping pattern, you can wake up, then go back to sleep, wake up and go back to sleep. I mean, it can prevent you from having deep sleep and not feeling refreshed at all, which I get sometimes. But if my sister and my brother don't shout when I've actually gone to sleep early, I think I would be more refreshed in the morning anyway. Cognitive problems. I've obviously got this. It's fog brain. So trouble remembering or learning new things, definitely for me. Problems with attention and concentration, definitely for me. Slowed and confused speech, definitely for me. Because that affected me with my dyslexia anyway. And my concentration and attention. Learning new things, I would say it would make it a bit more than what my dyslexic normally would do it. Headaches can lead headaches, experiencing pain with stiffness in neck and shoulders, you may have frequent headaches. These can vary from a mild headache to migraines and could involve symptoms of nausea and feeling sick. You could get irritable bowel syndrome, which I was going to describe it, but because I thought I was going to say IBS, but no. Which is constipation and diarrhea, and it causes pain and bloating with your stomach. I think I've got this definitely because sometimes I don't have a regular schedule for poo, so like you have it like mostly once a week or twice a week. I can have it for like no weeks, and then it really comes and it hurts. Yeah, that's very nice to talk about. Other symptoms may be dizziness, clumsiness, feeling too hot, or cold, which I had both of them. Restless leg syndrome, overwhelming move to move your leg. I think I could have had that. Well, I still do, because I need to move my legs when it stiffs up. Tingling and numbness and pricking and burning sensation in your hands and feet. Definitely have that. Pins and needles, also known as can't say that word, but it doesn't matter because it's just a long word for pins and needles. In women, usually painful periods. Yes, definitely, because I never had painful periods as growing up. I mean, I was a late bloomer, and then my periods weren't that painful anyway, for some reason. I don't know. Probably saved it for now. And then obviously it can come with anxiety and depression, which they think I'm anxiety and low moods. Definitely. I mean, I can be like happy at one point when I'm with everybody else, and then as soon as you leave me alone, it's like, oh, what's happened to you? Let's think over all the bad things that start to creep in when I'm alone. But it's hard to be alone when you share a room, so it's just basically when we go to sleep now, and when I ain't got all planned through the day to do. I'm gonna go through the 3 symptoms of depression. Constantly feeling low, feeling helpless and helpless, losing interest in things you usually enjoy. I think I've covered like all of that. Because I think most of my problem with the stuff that I used to enjoy and feel constantly low is that I'm afraid to spend money in case I overspend. I think if I didn't think about financial problems, I would be alright. I'd be going out, go shopping, go do something. Not just sit on my butt listening to people and walking my dog and going just food shopping. But some days I can't even go fully on girl shopping because I'll get too tired and I can't do that on a Saturday because everybody comes up on a Saturday, and if I'm like really slow or tired or I have brain fog, they take the pee. They take the mickey, but they're not knowing they're taking the mickey because nobody's really looked into fibromyalgia. Causes can be abdominal pain messages, chemical imbalance, mood, appetite, sleep, behaviour, in response in stressful situation. Sleeping problems, which I think if I go back to January, I was having sleeping problems. Don't know what the chemical factor would be. Oh no, the mood and the lot, the chemical factors. I think my mood and my appetite, my sleeping was a factor, and maybe my behaviour as well. My stressful situations were alright. I was like a boss at stressful situation. Genetics. Research studies that suggest that genetics may play a small part in the development of fibromyalgia, with some people perhaps more likely than others to develop the condition because of their genes. If there is a case of genetics could explain why people develop fibromyalgia after a short time or shortly after a trigger. I mean, that's definitely could be a factor because my anemia is genetic and my dyslexia is genetic. My dad said he's dyslexic, so I'm not gonna get too into that because whatever he says, sometimes it's not really the truth. Sometimes. Possible triggers could be an injury, a viral infection, giving birth, having an operation, having a breakdown of a relationship, being in an abusive relationship, the death of a loved one. So out of this list, the possible triggers I could have was probably the last three, which is breakdown, being in an abusive relationship, and a death of a loved one. I mean, the abusive was probably more verbal than physical, but I mean, it's all a part of your mind anyway, fibromyalgia. So it depends how you look on abusive, because he would make me do loads of things all the time, make me do everything, then moan about things and argue over simple things and just basically making me think I'm wrong all the time and making me believe that I have to be wrong and other people got to be right all the time, which wasn't the truth because he was thick as poo. Associated conditions are osteoarthritis, lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, yeah, I think I got one right. Ankylosing surprisingly. I don't know, sorry. I'll leave a link to the website below. And a link to this video that I watched when they first told me I was fibromyalgia. TMD, which is a condition that can cause pain in the jaw, cheeks, ears, and temples. A condition diagnosis. We'll go to the diagnosis. Basically, I think the diagnosis is like ruling things out, basically, because that's what they did for me. They ruled out arthritis, they ruled out my blood condition, ruled out. Basically, they just ruled out arthritis and my blood condition, and then just let rheumatology have a look at me and give their and go with what they say. Basically, ruling out other conditions can be chronic fatigue syndrome, rheumatology, arthritis, multiple sclerosis, MS, certain critical, I don't know, I can't pronounce, diagnosis of fibromyalgia. You either have pain in 6 different areas of your body, or you have a mild pain in 7 of your areas. You know, like shoulders, hips, knees, elbows, and back. And I think ankles too. It's been a long time since I've gone over all the fibromyalgia stuff. Your symptoms can say at a small level, at least for 3 months. So, well, I don't know, because I had it really heavy for 3 months, and then another 3 months it were light, and then another 3 months it were heavy, and just it goes back and forth for me for the level of the symptoms. No other reason for symptoms to be found, and diagnosis other conditions. So this is basically telling you depression and anxiety and irritable bowel syndrome could be a sign of it as well. It could be diagnosed as well. Treatments. Rheumatology specialists in muscle pain joints. Neurologist specialists in condition of control of the nerve system. Physiologist, a specialist in psychotherapist, a mental health, physical treatment. Sorry, I beat my knees. Information for support. Basically gives you a link to a support website, and a support for a charity support groups. Medication can be painkillers, antidepressants, they can give you medication to help you sleep, muscle relaxants as well, anticonvulsant, I don't know. Really fully say. Antiphysical laxis. And other treatment options is exercise, having an exercise program tailored to your body, cognitive and behaviour therapy, and psychotherapy, relaxation techniques, physical support, psycho support, psycho support. That's part of self-help, I think, as well. And electronic therapy. Some people with fibromyalgia. These treatments: acupuncture, massage, manual. I don't know what that says. Autotherapy, automatic therapies. Treatments for the other conditions. Suggest to go on their link to their diagnosis page and that. See fibrobrain. Fibrobrain's awesome! No, it ain't. So, like I said, I'll leave a link to the NHS page. This video I watched, it's about 2 hours long, but if you think you have it, it's worth watching it. It makes things make sense in a sort of way. And yes, it's American, but it's the same thing. It just gives you more an in-depth theory in fibromyalgia and tells you more on what signs and that are. Right, until next time.